Good morning, students. I am Ms. Republica Baruhai, Assistant Professor, Assam Downtown University, Guwahati. So today I will be discussing about the introduction for lipids and fatty acids related to the practical, that is qualitative analysis of unknown sample of lipids. So first of all, I want to discuss regarding the lipids. So lipids are the chemically defined substances which are insoluble in water, and they are soluble in ether, chloroform, and other alcoholic substances. They are important sources of living components, essential living components, and combined with carbohydrates and proteins, we can say they form the plant and animal cells. And for example, we can say for lipids, they are the triglycerides and the cholesterol. So this was the simple description regarding the lipids. So now we are going to discuss about fatty acids. So what are fatty acids? They are free molecules in nature, but we can find them as compounds of many complex lipid molecules, such as fats, which are energy storage compounds, or we can say, and phospholipids, the primary lipid component of cellular membrane, the primary lipid component of cellular membrane. So now becomes the saturated fatty acids. This is the classifications of fatty acids, that is the saturated fatty acids and the unsaturated fatty acids. So saturated fatty acid is the simplest form of fatty acids which are unbranched. They are the linear chains of CH2 groups. They are linked up by carbon-carbon single bonds. They are linked up by carbon-carbon single bonds with one terminal carboxylic acid group. The term saturated indicates that a maximum possible number of hydrogen atoms are bonded to each other in the molecule, bonded to each carbon in the molecule. So, in the simplest way, we can say about the saturated fatty acid is that they are the simplest form of fatty acids and they are unbranched in nature. That linear chains of CH2 groups, they are linked by carbon-carbon single bonds with one terminal carboxylic group. So, the term saturated, it indicates the maximum possible number of hydrogen atoms which are bonded to each carbon in the molecule. So now comes the unsaturated fatty acids. So one or more carbon-carbon double bonds, they are combined to each other. Unsaturated fatty acids are the composition of one or more carbon-carbon double bonds. So the term unsaturated indicates that fewer than the maximum possible number of hydroatoms are bonded to each carbon in the molecule. The term unsaturated, it indicates that the hydrogen atoms are bonded to carbon atoms in fewer number. So the number of double bonds, it indicates the generic name. The number of double bonds, it indicates the generic names, that is monosaturated for molecules with one double bond, or polyunsaturated for molecules with two or more double bonds. So, on a brief, the unsaturated fatty acids, we can say they are the combination of one or more carbon-carbon molecules, carbon-carbon double bonds, and the term unsaturated indicates that the fewer number of maximum possible hydrogen atoms which are combined with carbon atoms, it's less. And then we can say the number of double bonds, it is indicated by the generic names. The number of double bonds, it is indicated by generic names, that is monounsaturated means it is for molecules such as with one double bond it has, and polyunsaturated means it has double bonds, two or more double bonds. So the example for fatty acids we can say is oleic acid. So this was the little introduction regarding the lipids and fatty acids, and in our next video I will be going to discuss about the chemical reactions which are used for determining the unknown sample of lipid. So for unknown sample of lipid, we just use the solubility test, then we use the Lieberman-Burker test, and then we use the Sakaguchi test, etc. Thank you.